In theory, we should be live. Please bear with me for just one moment while I try to make sure I can pull up the chat here. YouTube, come on. You're fighting with me, aren't you? Alright, one moment. The tool side here is not working in my favor. There we go. Yep, there we go. That should be everything. Sorry about that. It took a little longer than it probably should have. Anyway, so in between streams, I did do a little bit of grinding, and although the results are pretty minimal, all things considered, it was actually a fair bit of time for me to go through and get the experience, because I kind of was overshooting it in the area that we're at. I think I'm probably a good bit further than I should be for what would be this dungeon, but we've already cleared that dungeon, so I don't know where that's going to put us for the start of everything. I think where we left off, we had yet to talk with the village leader after everything. I think. So that's what I'm going to start with and see where that goes. Alex, we too felt the loss of the blue dragon, but don't mourn his loss. The poor Slav was going anyways. What did he do for us? Just as our song returned to us, so shall the dragon's soul. Interesting. Only the black dragon of the east remains to be met, Alex. Okay, so there is only 4 dragons. Okay, I couldn't remember if there was like 4 or 5. So yeah, there's only going to be 4. The black dragon's last. Again, my playing through of this was primarily done through the Game Boy Advance version. I remember, for whatever reason, the Black Dragon's design really sticking with me as far as like, oh, but that was the cool one. So I'm not sure how well that's going to stick to, you know, all of these years later. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Go now, green-eyed boy. Your goal is for... You know, we have heard about his green eyes multiple times, and it's only just now hitting me why this game might stick with me as strongly as it does. And by the way, if anybody is in chat and you want me to turn the game music up, please let me know. I noticed in the last stream, it was kind of a little low, and I don't know why, but if you want it a little higher, please let me just know that. Dragon Soul. Seems they predicted Dragon Ball Z Kai. Well, at least the opening song for it. Which, by the way, genuinely a good opening song for Dragon Ball. Love that song. But yeah, like, again, growing up, I did have, like, this really big fascination with, you know, being the noble hero archetype, you know, the fantasy-esque knight to be kind of thing. And going through this game, it really gives you that vibe, you know. Again, imagine playing this game as like a 12-year-old kid, you know, you're reading through this and it gives you a lot of those fantasy elements. It gives you the call to action story. It gives you the classic hero's journey elements in a fun fantasy element. And so again, to me, yes, it spoke to all of that. And then the main character has the same green eyes that I have, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's one of those things that it only just now hit me. Like, I wonder if back then that meant anything to me. I don't think it did, but like, you know, it's a factor. Hey, Keegs, not going to stay long, just had a very satisfying dinner, and I already feel sleep coming. Well, hopefully you sleep well, and I do have one question before you peace out, if you can stick around for just a moment. In the Discord, you had mentioned not being here Thursday, but then also making it sound like you were gonna be here Thursday. So I have no idea what's going on. Are we doing a thing Thursday or not? It's always nighttime somewhere. Batman's brain ticks off like, yes, I approve of this. Your goal is firmly within your grasp. I got derailed halfway through that statement so hard. Alright, so the answer is obvious. Go east, young man. So, in between streams, I did a little bit of in between content. I went around and I grabbed a couple of items. It's a couple of nice, useful ones here. Let me see if I can come across them. So, you know these, I burned through like 2 or 3 of these, healing up our magic characters every so often. But then I came across a couple of these from the locked chests that, that we skipped over, that we couldn't open before. I went back and went for the ones that I could remember. And so we've got 3 of these little items, and these are pretty nice. We also built up a fair bit of money. Oh, wait, hold on. I am having a double audio issue. There we go. I was wondering why it was seeming a little echoey. Sorry about that. At least it was echoey on my side. I have no idea if it was for you guys. Anyways, but yeah, so being able to heal up the magic with 1 item is going to be useful. Obviously, I'm going to want to save these for in combat if I can. But I saved up a fair bit of money. There is one more item I wanted to go see. We went back and we saw our good friend Ramus. The big stocky boy that put Alex to shame when it came to, taking it to the face and also dishing it out. At least in the early levels. We went back and saw him, and there was one item there that caught my attention as far as something I wanted to see, like how it worked and what it did. But if you remember, Nash had a treasure. And Ramus, for, the love of our childhood best friend, alright, I wasn't sure if Keegs wants me to read that out loud, per se. I don't think it's a big factor, but that does answer my question, so thank you for that, man. I assume, then, from the way that you posted it, you're still going to try to be doing both events, even if you're not going to be there. Just let me know if Thursday is or is not happening, please. Anyways, so yeah, Ramus managed to get one of each of our female villainous characters, and we have seen a little bit of them, and we know a little bit of what to expect. However, given that these are clearly meant to be a little bit more on the alluring side, if there's going to be an episode that is going to get this stream taken down after the fact, it is going to either be the one where I had a verbal faux pas where I screwed up miserably trying to reference the evil tribe in this game, or it's going to be this episode, because I've got 3, maybe 4 things that we are going to try to see if we can't make happen, and I feel like YouTube does not like these things very much. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay, I can see where that's gonna be a factor, and yeah, good luck with that, Keegs. So let's give these a look, and by all means, gentlemen, I guess. Look, we had the eye at the boys' candy a couple streams back, so let's just rattle these off real fast. I picked these up. Obviously, I should end up showing you. For what it's worth, I actually have a lot of affinity for this one specifically. It's more classy than anything, and I can kind of respect that. But as a man who also likes the reptile thing, this one is this one does something to the old brain here. Anyways. Gotcha, understood. Keep us informed, Keegs. And yeah, definitely nice art, Rigid. I don't think I ever knew those were in the game. I genuinely don't know if that was ever a thing before. Because that was when I went back and I bought those, that was the first time I remember ever seeing them. Anyways, the other thing we're gonna try to make a dash for is, because I was stocked up on money, and I still am stocked up on money, I grabbed a couple of boatloads of items, couple stock ups on the MP restoration, which really is the biggest like roadblock for making it through here. Obviously, even if I run out of healing items, you know, even if we can't bust a good healing nut, Jessica can give us a good little magic rub down and make us feel all good inside so that we can keep making our way through. And all that would cost is a bit more of these. And honestly, I might be at the threshold or near it where it's going to be more viable to buy these than to buy the healing nuts. We may be at that point in the road where we need to cross from boy to man and accept that sometimes, as much as a good healing nut comes into play from time to time, sometimes you need the touch of a nice woman rather than the end result, you know? If we go, we will be back Sunday is the plan. So if you're not gonna stream next Sunday, I could do it then if it goes down like that. Yeah, I will. So I'm trying to get my life. You have to understand, I had to move mountains to be able to get like the stream going back over like weekend times. I am trying to actually dial things back to being able to stream either Friday or Saturday. Saturday is obviously being a little bit more early in the day. So like right now it's kind of a matter of, I would like to say I could, I don't know, but I definitely know I want to be doing the weekly streams. I get a lot out of these. It's a good, vent from the world's issues, if that makes a lot of sense, because my God, have things been hellish lately. Don't watch the news. Everything sucks. Everything's on fire. And, yeah, big sad. So yeah, this is a great way for me to have the escapisms. What are those bootleg McDonald mascots you're fighting? Well, these are, you know, as the... I know I just said everything sucks and I brought up the real world, but I'm gonna make the joke. If you listen to the ultra churchy Republican pastor in your neighborhood, these are what all of the kids are smoking these days. This is your killer weed. Anyways, let's see if I can... Actually, I need to turn down... See if I can turn down the speed here. I want to see if we can't show off some of these special attacks that I got in the interim here. I don't think we got anything for him yet. Yeah, no. Okay. And there's really not a need for anything here, so she will just pop into the defense. I think we've already seen this one, but I just want to make sure that we can show it off at normal speed before we pump the speed all the way back up. Gotcha. I gotta say, I love that Kyle gets the wind scar. Mia's, I have seen it myself. This one looks very similar to a lot of other games, and it does kind of look pretty dope. Alright, go for it. They are so slow when they want to be, though.
Lend me your power.
Alright, yeah, the big giant flaming sword is a very old trope, but I do like that one a lot. Anyways, we're gonna rock off with the physical attacks here. And realistically, like, I know it's like smarter of me to heal Mia this way, because I don't know necessarily. If they go first, they might make it, but I think it's gonna die. Yeah, there we go. Which means I can save the MP and dedicate, and just more heal her with the items, because the MP right now is very, very vital. Alright, so let's heal her. Heal Nash. Realistically, that's as far as I want to heal people. And now we're going to keep pushing our way through. This is going to be a bit of a trial for me to get through all of this. And I don't even know if I necessarily can, but I at least want to give it an honest shot. We do have like some new dragon moves that we still have yet to see, but I just really haven't had the strong need for it, and they are very costly. I think the Dragon Anger would be like probably the coolest one to see, but you know. Alright, so off of this, it really... Can I get 4? I really don't think I can get all 4 in there. So let's try... These things, I think, move closer. These other guys, I think they stay fairly stationary. Maybe it's just better to... Yeah, let's just go. Let's go for Broken Hit, everybody. No, wait, hold on. I think that might be a better way to go. Let's try that. Let's just focus on... Yeah, that literally doesn't hit everybody. Fair enough. But they have enough area here to make that more viable, so I'm going to go with that. 4 hit there. Kyle just does not have a lot to work off of here. I think Kyle now gets 3 melee attacks, so it honestly might be more valuable if he can manage to just like pick someone off to go that way.
Check this out. Yeah.
The bearded ladies at the bar love a good flaming sword. Oh, that's heavy. All right, so yeah, these guys are definitely able and willing to fuck a lot of shit up. All right. Our magic people went down hard. All right. I am hoping this isn't dumb.
By the power of Athena.
It's very costly, but we're not worried about the cost eating right now per se. We need to clear enemies out of the field, and I need certain people not to go down immediately. Alright, I think this is the way I'm going to make this work to do the most work with what we have left on the field. Yeah, okay, that wasn't terrible. Alright, and then Null goes through, gets them back up. If you can't tell, I am trying very hard to not burn through very valuable resources. I say that as I don't necessarily monitor who's getting what as closely as I should. Alright, so I think at this point... Honestly, that spell was really, really good, and it only took 10 MP, so probably not terrible to go with that. Alright, gonna go there, 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 and I think that puts us low enough that it's not a bad use of the items. To use one of those? Okay, I'm probably pushing the limit there, but... Okay, you go away. Oh, no, we'll take it. We'll take the clay golem fight. Alright, I know that these guys are the bigger threat now. Let's go for broke on hitting them with everything we've got. But also make sure that we focus on dealing with what we can where we can. Realistically, if I can make it to the other side of this field and get to where the spring is, we should be in a pretty good spot to be able to get out to safety, because we can use the dragon staff to teleport. We don't necessarily have to walk all the way through on all things. So I'm not worried about burning through the items. I'm just worried about being able to have the means to make it happen. we have the money to restock everything and probably still be in a good spot. Let's go for that one. And probably still be in a good spot for the next town we go to be able to do some shopping.
Blessing of Athena.
Check this out. Yeah.
Athena, lend me your power.
All right. Honestly, that one went a lot better than the last one. Obviously, I have a goal that I am working hard towards, and I don't want to make all of this not worth the time invested at this point, because we're in the weeds of it now. All right, realistically, that should be good on the MP, given what we're burning through on each situation. Can I walk you up? Okay, what about walking you down? Ooh! Oh, I thought you were stuck! You weren't moving, you bastard! All right. Hit him with the everything. Actually, is it better to... Yes, it is. All right. Maybe I should have her start attacking rather than defending. We'll see how that goes. Because at the very least, she still can go hit things with her her mace. All right, going to bed now. Have a good night, Keegs. And like I said, keep us informed as to what's all going on there. All right. Finish him off with the good old melee strikes. Okay. Definitely not the right place to have gone. Wasn't the direction I was looking to go, at least. All right, good enough on that. Good enough on that now. Let's see what item we have here. Well, you know, it's not what I was looking for, but $10,000 is $10,000. All right, I'm probably going to regret that path. I should have just accepted the fight that was coming. Go and swing your weapon around.
Check this out. Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, it's kind of funny how the last stream was I considered doing this and I realized just how impossible a task it was at the state we were at with the last one. But it's funny going from that one to this one, because we're really not a whole lot, stronger as far as like general numbers go. But I've mentioned before how in this game, like, there is an actual sense that, holy cow, he went all the way down to 18. The numbers game in this one, like when you're talking about your attack and defense, 1 or 2 points actually matters quite a bit. Here be late because I missed... Oh, you missed the notification? Well, I'm glad to hear that you have it on, though. Awesome. Thank you very much. Anyways, how are things going? By the way, I didn't ask this of Keegs, and I'm too late for it because he has gone now, but I had the first thing that I wanted to tackle with him. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well for both of you, Rigid and Rich. Hope you both are doing well, and yep, good night, Keegs. We are all hoping Keegs get some good sleep. As someone who only just got some good sleep recently, I understand the want to wish him good sleep all too well. You bitch. You bitch. You really are. You motherfucker. Alright, at least there's 1 and 1 here. Let's see how this goes. Let's just see what it looks like when it's a full party focus on. Oh, they have so much armor. Oh, they don't care about physical. They're just like, you know, you best be having that magic on hand. Yeah, she ain't doing nothing to them. That 2 damage, that meant diddle. Alright, they're gonna be another one. Honestly, we're not terrible. I think we're better off using some magic here. Good to go. It's the same game, different squad. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go.
Check this out. Gotcha.
Athena, lend me your power.
Let's go for the auto at this point. Alright, Nash and Mia are going to need some magic. Everybody else is going to be pretty well off, all things considered. So, let's do the all-area heal. Nash. Mia. Do one more on Nash. And I think we're going to be hopefully good enough to actually make it through the rest without having to worry about anything other than the healing. I have not fought a Hellhound yet. I don't know what to expect here. Wait. As good a time as any to see what that looks like. And you know what? Just to be safe, burn through it that way. Careful with the tentacles. I was not expecting to not be able to cut the tentacles. Oh shit, you actually kind of summoned the spirit of the dragon. That's kind of dope though. And that was massively costly as far as a spell goes, but it did do some work. I would be incredibly stupid to pretend that didn't do a lot of work there.
Athena, lend me your power.
That actually changes up kind of my approach to making it the rest of the way through here. Alex needs to be able to cast that. I think that leaves him with enough to cast it twice. And then he's the only one that needs a good old healing nut. Nope, Jessica needs one too. There we go. And that puts us right all the way at the end here. We're gonna make it. We're putting it all the way through. I'm taking that as a, honestly, a personal success for what I was worried about where this was gonna go.
Athena, lend me your power.
That's so much unnecessary damage at that point. Anyways, I have a little bit of a prediction now that we've made it in here. We know what we saw with the guys. We also know that the game is not shying away from, you know, granting certain items to give you the visuals that, you know, you might be saying, oh, hey, that's I want to see. Anyways, given the situation of our party members, I'm not sure, in all honesty, if we're actually gonna get the show that one might maybe possibly expect out of this. But there's only one way to find out. This is the spring of the goddess Athena. If you enter its soothing waters, you can beautify your body. Do you want to? Sounds great. Oh, I am terribly sorry. You need at least 1 bar of soap to enter the spring. Ah, okay, so herein lies the question. I thought I had a bar of soap still. Well, I will be darned. I totally thought I still had the bar of soap. I thought it was, alright. Well, I know I can make it through here. Now I just need to figure out where I can get a 2nd bar of soap. Although that is disappointing. cut to me like 15 minutes ago. I don't want this to be a big waste of time. And then suddenly it's a big waste of time. All right, I actually think for what I need, I'm going to go to Vayne. That is actually a little soul crushing. All right, let me count these up and make sure I bought enough to be of value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. We're good. Don't drop the soap. I dropped the soap somewhere. There is no way, like a full-ass bar of soap, 3 guys went all the way through. I refuse to believe that. One bath and you used a full-ass bar of soap? Alright. Oh. I thought those connected down here. They don't. I have to go all the way around the cliffside. Alright, well, if anything, that does leave me... I was gonna say feeling confident, and then I walked in here, and the air is full of bad, and I don't like that. I guess we're gonna go through this little slap around. We'll go back and forth between the two. And we will see just how much damage it takes to take care of them. Honestly, if this seems to be... Yeah, okay. No, I am definitely within the field of being able to auto-battle that. Let me read this sign so I know what I'm doing. South to Timur. Great. South means progress. We go east. I am uncomfortable by the baby-sounding mushrooms.
Check this out.
Why use bar soap when body wash is superior?
In the name of the goddess.
Okay, you're not wrong. I actually agree with that heavily.
Check this
Bar soap travels a little easier though. If bar soap, until it is exposed to like actually being submerged in water, can actually hold up pretty well. You might get a little bit on some of the things in your pouch and bag, but if you are taking like the liquid the liquid body wash option, right? If you travel with that and that thing bursts open, it gets over everything. It's a nightmare to clean up. It's all over your bag. It's all over your books. It's all over your, whatever the heck you're taking. Meanwhile, if that happens with soap, the soap breaks apart, it clumps up. It's a lot easier to clean off of things. There's a reason when you are doing big travel and you're packing your bag, you probably, if you're smart, you put your body wash in a Ziploc baggie as well, and you move with that with you. Because if that thing bursts open, you still want to be able to use that body wash. Shit's expensive now. I don't know if you've gone and bought some recently. That shit's not cheap right now for like some halfway good stuff. God help you if you want something that actually smells like something you want to smell like. Danger lies ahead. How much do I care? What do we even have all through here? Alright, well, an angel's tear is one thing, but honestly, it's not... I don't think that was necessarily worth all of the evasion tactics there.
In the name of the goddess.
But yeah, a bar of soap you can just throw in your bag, and although it's not the smartest option, it's just like... you're not gonna not be able to wash your ass when you get from point A to point B.
Athena, lend me your power.
But also, you know, you ever notice this? And I'm gonna talk about this from That's fair. I certainly wouldn't want body wash all over my Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Look, I am walking around with 4 very valuable pictures, and these things need to be protected at all costs.
Hurry up the flame.
Anyways, I wanna bring something up. You know, as a man who has his woman in his life at this point, and is, you know, doing a lot of shopping for 2 people, you know, on certain things at certain times. It is a tale as old as time to make the reference. And I'm going to defend it, actually. Have you ever noticed that when guys are going out and they're getting the shopping done for their toiletry cleaning stuff, right? The guy formula is basically deodorant works. You just get deodorant. You don't sit there for 20 minutes and figure out what are you looking at, what do you need, what type. You know, maybe you prefer the more gel based, maybe the little bit more tacky like paste type. But really that's about the end of it for most guys. Same thing with what we do for our soap, right? You buy the body wash, and for a guy, that is the body. That is your arms, your legs, your hair, your beard. You know, I've got the beard thing. That is the do-it-all wash soap option. Just how many places am I gonna go and be stupid? But you know, women are gonna have the shampoo, the conditioner, some sort of like third hydro something or other that is basically just another conditioner, but with other vitamins and minerals and whatever else they got going on. Then they've got, you know, the actual soaps. And then, you know, sometimes you have the like oils that you're supposed to rub in. If you need that, use lotion. Like I don't get the need for all of that. But what I'm gonna defend here is,
Check this out.
while I don't necessarily think there is like a whole lot to be said from type to type, the hair type you have might be a factor that prevents a little bit of that. And for that, my answer isn't that you need a shampoo and a conditioner, but rather that if you're in that position, continue to use the body wash for the fuck all everything approach, and then follow it up with the conditioner. Give your follicles the tender care that they might need for your hair type. And I say this because Tara is in this position, right? My fiance is one that she can't just use anything because her hair does not react well after the drying process hits. So you do, if you're in that position, that seems to be what has worked best. And it was the kind of thing where the entire time she has always bought a very specific type of shampoo, a very specific type of conditioner. And she's sitting there just like, yeah, so like these are what I get. These are what I use. And it's like, oh, okay. Why? Well, it's what works for my hair. Have you never considered using X, Y, and Z? Well, no, that just doesn't make sense. Try it. Holy cow, that works. And I'm just like, as a guy, I feel vindicated in my life's approach to not caring about that shit. And I walked right into a boss fight like a fucking idiot. I should have healed up. Zenobia, you filthy wench. Hold on. Hold on, Kyle. How are we implying this? Because I feel like, you know, Zenobia might be into some of that. So perhaps choose your words well. You filthy wench, come here and let me wrap my hands around your scrawny neck. The only physical contact you'll have with me, little man, is when I stomp on the head of your cold, rotting corpse. Well, drop the rotting corpse part. And again, you know, look at the dynamic in their relationship. I'm just saying Kyle might be into that. Your search for the black dragon ends here, Alex, as does your pathetic little attempt at life. Oh, she's sicking animals on us. You know, as I'm sitting here reading and I'm flipping over my words terribly because, you know, reading out loud and reading in your head are not the same skill set. I am reminded, and this is another thing I want to get at. I want to bring this up while also trying to not die. All right, let's pop that off. Let's pop all of these goings. Whoops. There we go. And let's heal up everybody with that. I saw a clip recently of, I think it was Kyle Kennett. I might be terribly, holy shit. I expected a fight. What the fuck? What was that? Anyways, I saw a clip recently of one of the big major streamers. I don't remember specifically who it was, but they were struggling to read, and they were actually reading on stream. They were struggling to read, but it looked to me like they were actively, like, trying. They were going through the classic phonetic attempts. There is a large number of people who saw that clip and just started ragging on the man. And what I saw was heavily respectable in my worldview. The man knew he lacked a skill set, and here he is trying to put it to applied use to grow and advance himself in these ways. The man came across the hurdle that he was not able to just be like, this is what I do, but boom, done. And he put in a little bit of, you know, the mental effort, the fortitude. He tried to grow a little bit. And the fact that I'm listening to all of these people try to rail him apart like it was some sort of disservice to... No, that is what people need to see more of. To know that read, educate yourself, learn skill sets. It's not just reading, but doing, applying it, putting it to work. That was very respectable in my worldview, and I was kind of pissed off at some of the people I saw ridiculing him. I just want to put that out there. Anyway, similarly, some sense of the Old Spice body wash actually makes my skin itch like crazy. Something in there doesn't bode well for my skin. You know, again, fair play, but when one works for your skin, it's not a bad call. You know, again, the man approach is when you find one that's like what you like, use it on the whole body. It's gonna be your body, hair, ass, you name it, you're washing it with it. I know what clip you're talking about, and I agree, we all have to start somewhere. Reading is hard sometimes. It took me 3 years to learn how to pronounce... hold on, YouTube, stop it. It took me 3 years to learn how to pronounce cacophony. And if Ian pronounces it correctly, reading this comment, I will look even more like an idiot. I hope I pronounced that correctly then. That is how I have heard the word, so that is where I'm going with. You could attack us with 1,000 monsters and it wouldn't matter, Zenobia! I'll kill all of them, and then I'll kill you! And don't bother begging for mercy, because you'll get none. Honestly... Like, if you have anybody in the party that's going to deliver a cold line, it's Jessica. And the funny thing is Jessica is basically a nun. Like, let's be honest, when you hear about who she is, what she's done, and who she's been with, she is basically a nun. And so, you know, it's kind of there. God damn it, Ian, I was hoping you would get it wrong. Some people have trouble saying aluminum foil. Well, that's because they're British and they say aluminium, and they are provably wrong. And I love this one. So I might get a little bit of the details wrong here, but the man that actually invented aluminum, as far as what we credit as, I believe he was European of some descent, probably British. I'm not sure specifically. And a lot of the British people say, "Ha! This proves it. We know what we're talking about. It's aluminium." And so, that is the British term they use, and that is what he settled on as far as at some point down the line. However, he himself called it aluminum in many of his articles that he wrote back at the time. He originally wanted to call it aluminum, and there was some hiccup in the processing for, like, I don't know, the patent or whatever in Britain, and that is why he went with aluminium. But he called it aluminum. He wanted to call it aluminum, and it was paperwork that made him change it. I'm sorry, America is right. As always, look, we just do it better. Name it, we do it better. I'm sorry. I'm gonna rub the American flagpole on that one. Thank you very much. You know, I was planning to turn you into a statue like your pathetic father, but now I'll allow the vile tribe to desecrate your tattered remains and... Holy fuck! Okay, oh! Okay, so... Coming from the childhood perspective, that line means something wholly different. If you read that from the adult understanding and the perspective, and you're talking about a tribe of evil, that, holy shit, they just went there. If you don't know where I'm taking that, I'm not gonna say it. I will spit in the face of YouTube willingly, 7 days a week. But that I am uncomfortable with framing outwardly spoken, but damn. All right, so I'm actually going to use a couple of the big items here because I kind of want to heal up some big players for big magic. Alright, so she's good, she's good. Nash is about to burn through a lot. Alex burns through a lot using that spell, but I want him to be able to rattle it off as needed.
Althena, lend me your power.
Slightly racist implications there. I mean, she is a villain. I'm not sure in which way you mean, or if that's like against me in any way, and possibly I did or said something stupid there, but no, I am taking the interpretation of what that line could be used to mean, coming from a villainous tribe. Like, they literally call themselves, what is it, the Vile Tribe, and when you say that you're going to be desecrating her corpse, that's some dark shit. We can't keep this up any longer, Jess. One more round and that little worry will not be a relevant concern any longer. Big evil laughter. Alright, so who's coming in to save us? Because honestly, they're doing a damn good job of it. Enjoy what little remains of your life, Alex, for it won't be spared next time. Who in Althena's name is that? Yo, hold up. Look, I don't know who you are, but move aside. The other girl. Thank you. I thought she was referring to another tribe. I guess I've been spending too much time on Instagram. Yeah, no, her tribe is the Vile tribe. And so, yeah, that was... Whew. They hit the Vile tribe with their arrows from that great a distance? Do any of you realize how incredible that is? But who are they and why? Honestly, like, archery at long range is kind of dope. Like, if you watch professional archers, there's something to be said about being able to, like, you know, quick fire at targets and hit a target in general. But when you're talking about using a warbow, you know, if you've seen like professional archers on that, you know, like the stance, the posture, the way that the muscles have to move. And when you're talking about something that requires something like 110, 120 pounds of draw force, like you can, you understand, like you're talking about, you know, some meaty usage there. And if you're thinking about, again, we just watched, there were 2 people and 4 arrows fired off in rapid succession. You have to be able to do that at rapid fire with high accuracy at a good distance. Now, military forces with trained archers could probably do some crazy shit. I'm just saying, watching professional archery is kind of magical. That's where I'm going with it. I'm not getting into the fantasy realm of it. Real world professional archery at great distances is kind of a cool thing to see. I tried archery at a summer camp before. That shit ain't easy. Yeah, and realized that a lot of like bows that people, like a lot of the modern day compound bows are gonna have like actual draw weights. Like, for what most people are gonna be handed, it's probably gonna be somewhere within the poundage of like, you know, 40 to, you know, 65 pounds. Maybe even a little less for, you know, like younger aged people. And like the old military style war bows had draw weights. Like what you had to draw out was in excess of 100 pounds. Like 100 pounds is light for a war bow. So like, again, imagine like professionals doing that at long range, trying to hit a target while specifically making sure. If you're looking at an army field of bad guys, you don't care what the fuck you hit. You just hope that you're in range and you're trying to rail down arrows in rapid fire, right? If you have an enemy marching on your castle, you're just like, I just need to gauge range and start letting shit fly, because my goal is to just start hitting bodies. But if you're looking at something like, I have an enemy force surrounding another enemy force, I need to not hit the guys I don't want to hit. That's where it gets to be a little bit more, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Something about, but why wouldn't they say a word to us? Sorry, I thought I read that, and I realized after I hit the button, I didn't read that line. Whoops. But yeah, archery is honestly kind of a pretty dope sport. And there are some really good archers out there that do some like showmanship with it. There's one that does a lot of archery from like a stripper pole. And I'll be honest, when I say it out loud, it sounds stupid and goofy, but he makes it look so fun and entertaining. If you're planning to travel any further than Timor, you're going to need stronger weapons. I do, in fact, need stronger weapons. Let me see what we're working with. Alright, we can buy a great sword, but it's like, yeah, we've already got a really good sword. The Wind Sword blows enemies away and is exclusively available to Kyle! Increased agility, increased attack, those sound like good things for him, and I'm good for that. Alright, a Judgment Mace sounds very much on brand for Jess. Alright, we can give him the Holy Bow. I'm not even sure if he's already wielding exactly the Holy Bow, but it does nothing for his damage output, so what's the point in that? I'm surprised that a lot of our units are already as stacked as they are. Alright, let's take a look at the armor. What is with the jester child in the background? This is a small town shop with big deals on first-rate armor. Take a look around and see if you don't agree. Alright, silver armor, light and strong, generally an improvement. Just making sure that none of the other stuff is able to be equipped by him. Same deal. Alright, radiant clothes, a sacred robe. Alright, so yeah, each one of these guys are getting their own here, so. Delightful duds. And, alright, so none of these are having fun, witty, I was hoping for there to be some fun dialogue in the descriptions, but we're not getting any of that right now. Do you feel lucky, punk? See, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. We feel a little bit luckier now. They don't clown around when it comes to armor. Ignore the clown in the back. That's just that's the intern. Alright, we got a bar down here. Let's take a look in here. Honestly, I expected there to be more going on in the bar. Hey, new customers, you're going to love it here. Timur's clean water makes for some great liquor. A bunch of kids walk into a bar. This is how you know you're out in the country. Bunch of kids walk into a bar. Hey, do you want to sample a taste of what I'm talking about? It's against my personal belief system to turn down free booze, so I am honor-bound to accept your invitation, kind barkeep. Grabs him by the ear a la Misty and Brock. I don't think so, Kyle. You've never been able to use the words one and beer in the same sentence. A bunch of kids walk into a bar, and the barkeep's like, hey kids, first one's free. Welcome to the Timur Motel. Can I interest you? You're not looking for a room? Of course you're not. No one travels out here since the Vile Tribe started acting up. Oh, we are in Vile Tribe territory. Nice. Welcome to Timur. As an official village greeter, let me be the first to say howdy do. And how are you? So what brings you out to our wonderful corner of the world? I was joking when I said we were out in the country. I thought I was making a witty quip and the game's out here just like, yo, bet. Well met, children. Long time no see. Lake, what are you doing all the way out here? Why the look of surprise? You fake cat! You should know by now that I'm a lone wolf and all. I follow only the scent of adventure, and that takes me many places. As long as the destination's stocked with a leggy crew and honey sweet brew, I'm game. But enough about me. How have you fared in your adventure, my friends? Check it out, Lake. Alex got the blue dragon helmet. You met the blue dragon. Impressive, Alex. I expect no less of you. All that remains for you now is to meet the black dragon and gain its prize. Once you have accomplished that, you shall achieve what you most desire. You shall become a full-fledged dragon master. The stuff of legends, my boy. The only fly in the ointment, that's a statement, is that none of us has a clue about where to look. My mother once said that the lair of the black dragon was located in the frontier. Alright, give me a minute, guys. I need a drink. I can feel it in my voice. So, what's that green-haired dude about to do to the horse? I don't know, but I don't like the look of his sprite. Something about the posture leaves, questions that I don't want answered. Also, I assume that it's intended to be something more like trying to showcase the muscle dimension on the back left leg of that horse. But if you look at that sprite, it looks more like I'm just saying. The sprite is anatomically detailed. I wonder if he works for Glock. Maybe he's out there to go gather a sample of semen. There's a fun fact for you if you did not know. Yes, Glock is in that field of business. The same guys who make a lot of police handguns are out here making sure that no horse is left unattended to. He looked like he's about to make some glue, if you catch my drift. I feel like I caught on fully. They're out in the boonies of the boonies. My goodness. And that it was guarded jealously by the Vile Tribe. Yeah, so the Vile Tribe is just like, yo, but the Black Dragon be our guy, though. Leave him alone. She also said that the only way to get there was by flying. I don't know anything about finding the Black Dragon, but I can help you get airborne. He says as he goes and just starts uppercutting children. There's an old inventor named Might who lives in this neck of the woods. He's a bit strange, maybe a little bit more clever than the last one that you had. If you asked him, I know he could easily build a flying machine. Yeah, you know, the last guy that we found, it was like the greatest thing he's ever come up with, and it still managed to flop. But this guy's out here just like, oh yeah, no, it's a piece of cake for him. The only problem is that Might isn't really a people person. Most geniuses aren't. So you can't all just go to see him. One of you will be more than sufficient for this job. So what do you say, Alex? Are you up for a trip to Might's Tower? It sounds exciting, Alex. Are you going with him? Okay, wait. Okay. No, wait. If I go, I don't have a healer. I bought a lot of MP restoration items under the assumption that I would have access to a healer. I worry that if I start going on my own, I won't have a good and reliable way to keep myself from dying. I'm gonna go stock up on some items. Well, I can't say your lack of enthusiasm doesn't disappoint me, Alex, but if you have a change of heart, you can find me around here for a while longer. Lake shows up just about everywhere we go, Alex. How does that old man manage to get around so fast? Well, maybe he's not spending, you know, most of his time fighting everything everywhere he goes. I'm just saying that might make things a little bit, you know, easier to deal with. All right, so I think for what I'm looking for, I can probably do the shopping at Lighton. So I came here to see your BBD, your big black dragon. All right, I thought I could go here. Apparently I can't go here. So I'm going to go to the exact same place like an idiot because I have unlocked a new area, and that means that my muscle memory cannot be trusted. All right, we're going to go to Myriad because I think here I can buy a couple of usable healing nuts. And that's kind of all I really want to stock up on here. Alright, let's see. Does that put me at close to 10 healing nuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to want to buy at least 3 more. Alright, I think that probably puts me at a good spot. There's one last thing I want to go check. I don't recall the price of it. And so I want to go see if I can manage to buy that right now rather than waiting too long beyond that. I think it's all the way back at Maribia. Yes, okay, this is the town I was thinking of. Let's go see our boy! Hey Alex, how you doing? You must be really close to becoming a Dragon Master. Can I ask you a favor? After you rescue Luna, let's go back to Berg. I'd like to see my dad. And rub it in his face. I thought Can I not buy the items from him now? I don't think I can buy the items anymore. I'll be damned. So I was, you know, I guess it's good that I came back here and shopped when I could. I didn't buy the item that I wish I did at this point, but did I? Did I? Can I not open that chest at all? Damn. Wait, no, you mean in the context of counting? All right, you listen here. Hold the fuck up. No, I was just counting. The numbers exist next to each other. This is not my fault. The internet is the problem. They are breaking you, Rigid. Come back to me. Boys, we have lost him. No. No. That is me of actively counting. That is not, no. I reject. I reject outright. God forbid somebody use numbers in the world. All right, old man, let's get going. I'd be honored if you take me with you, sir. Lake is fine, Alex. Lake is fine, Alex. When you call me sir, I feel even older than I am already. God, that's me talking with people, just in general. We'll stay here and wait for you two to come back with great news, I hope. Again, there was no setup there. This is literally my rant from last time. There was no setup, there was no effort, there was nothing put in. I was fucking counting a number greater than in total. And so I got to that point because that's the way fucking counting works. There is no joke there. There is just internet dribble. Where's the setup? How do you get me? How is there an I gotcha when there was no getting? This is why I hate that meme. It has no value. There is no joke. There is no setup. You just wait for somebody to fucking count and then start laughing. Somebody hit me with like a D's nuts joke or something, because that I get, that I understand. I am old. I am old and I am angry. I don't think Mite is allergic to cats, so I don't see why you can't go along. Cool. Can I talk to the party members while they're here? Take your time, buddy. I'll just have a beer or two while you're gone, okay? All of our efforts are useless. Come back soon, Alex. I'll miss you and all. And remember to... Speaking of having the internet taint ya, the internet having broken me, I go to talk to Jessica of all characters, and remember to plug... You can imagine where my brain went. I hear Mite is not the most hygienic. Cool. Be careful, Alex. We'll gather information about the Black Dragon while you're gone. I feel like I'm going to go gather information about the Black Dragon, but thank you. All right, little to the north. It's just the kind of walk to challenge these adventuring bones of mine. See, that's exactly where my brain went. I thought she was going to be plugging something else entirely. And I was actually a little excited for a moment. Foolish me. Hold on, wait. I don't think I ever... Can I... No. No! No! Okay, here we go. Motherfucker is out here with the Master Sword! Alright, the Lunar series takes place in Hyrule. The Legend of Zelda world is valid here. That's kind of dope. Anyways, kind of interesting, though, that my armor is objectively better than his. I am actually better equipped than Lake. Although, like, the man is running around with the fucking Master Sword and hacked experience. Oh. Oh, wait. Tell me, is old Mite still alive and well? Or is he giving off a scent of a different kind? Is that you, Lake? Please come in. Mite will be very pleased to see you. Armor measure... I assume you mean contest? Armor measuring contest? I have armor insecurities, and I had to go make sure mine was better than his. Ignore the defense. The stat numbers don't matter. My armor is better. And yeah, ignore the fucking Master Sword of all things. Goddamn. All right. So if I don't go in there first, where do these lead? That's weird, but okay. Yeah, I'm trying, buddy. Move a little bit more out of the way. Intruders, go away. I don't want to talk to you. Beware of the cranky, stinky, rude genius within. If you are an invited visitor, today's password is Desert Star Sun Moon. Is that not a desert? All right, I thought that was like a desert dune and like a setting sun thing. All right, planet, star, sun, moon. Planet, star, sun, moon? Hey, I wasn't the dumb this time. I didn't mean to step on this. I didn't want to move. I feel like the dumb. Oh, this is interesting. Plot twist, he was a Reddit, I'm gonna go with a Reddit mod, but yeah, he was a Redditor the whole time. Honestly, that sounds kind of on brand. Oh man. All right, so okay, let's see what this does. No, let's see what a standard attack looks like. Obviously, that's just gonna walk right through most of it. Oh shit! Wait. Okay, so what if a spell I hate that kind of enemy. Alright. Anyways, keep those going. Shedinja, is that you? That's kind of what it felt like, yeah. Can't touch this until you use something that does some form of elemental damage. Also, these things are giving a fuckload of experience. Holy hell. The fact that I got a level out of that. Alright, so this direction leads to diddle nothing. Where does... I am not fond of the ticking time bomb in the background for the sounds there. Considering how easy these fights are, like that's not terrible experience that I'm getting. I have to drop something I can't carry anymore, Alex. Ah, what? No! No! I spent good money on some of these things. We will drop the herb. Glass Chansey and Clown Shedinja. Alright, so that was unnecessary. So backtrack all the fucking way. Again? Wait, this has another direction to go. Did I do this one or not? I think I need to go up. My objective is trying to find where the next pull that go up be. Go! Go! No! No! No touch! Bad touch! Bad touch! I want that treasure chest, though. Keep going. Keep it going. All right. I don't want it that bad. I want it that bad. I feel... no, it's right there. I want it. Watch it just be another, like, input item that I have 10 of already here. The fuck are you? What? Why? Ugh. That was uncomfortable. Also, interesting that Lake is as strong as he is. He's got such, like, high-end gear. And he is, like, just rocking his way through this shit like it's nothing. But he's actually, like, canonically has no magical abilities at all. Alright, well, I feel more okay with the fact that I turned around for that. But also, like... how badly did I need that? What is it? What does it do? And... it's not bad either. Damn it. Now my need to get chests is once again validated. I am a man. My need to get chests has always been validated. Oh, wait, no! Damn it. Okay, so the swords dance works as well. It's not about using anything that deals some form of elemental. It's just you've got to burn MP in order to hurt it. Understood. Okay, I'm sure you who are what I'm supposed to go talk to, but also, who is she? Mike doesn't like people, so he built a maze in the tower to keep intruders out. But it's much easier to get back down, because this chute will will take you directly down to the ground floor. I expected this to be a lot harder than it was.
Is there something something wrong with your eyes?
God,
Did you read all the warning signs about the cranky old stinky rude genius? Well, in case you haven't figured it out yet, that's me, Mite. I hate noise, can't stand interruptions, and I hate people. Now you're trespassing, so
relatable. Anyways, I love all of the animations that I've never gotten to like, I don't recall these. It's good to see you. It's good to see you haven't changed, Mite. At least it smells like you're eating better these days. Ah. Whoa, hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Bah, what do you care? You only come here when you want something. So out with it. And, who's the little brat? Oh, this is my friend Alex. He's looking to be he's looking for the Black Dragon. And when he finds him, he'll become the next Dragon Master. But his real quest is to travel to the frontier and rescue a girl from the Magic Emperor. You know, tale as old as time. Boy meets girl, girl gets taken away and held hostage, boy has to travel the world in order to get his lady back. The frontier? Ugh. Now I get it. You want me to build this kid an airship, right? I'm sorry, you've done it before? Right, you know Alex can't get to the frontier without it. Alex needs your help, Mite, and, so do I. You know I'll beg if I have to. Preserve what little dignity you have. I'll build your damn airship. I kind of love this old man. They might have added the animations in later versions of the game. I think the animations were actually probably in the original version on the, was it the Sega CD? I don't think it was the Dreamcast. I think it's before the Dreamcast, so it might have been the Sega CD. But yeah, this game is old. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was on those versions, especially because a lot of old... The Sega CD had some really good games on it. And there was actually some quality on there that a lot of people overlook. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was that. It might have been the Dreamcast. Again, the same thing with the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast had some really... The Dreamcast gave us Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Like, Dreamcast had... Sega did good fucking shit! They just unfortunately lost out in too great of a degree and backed out of the console making business because, you know, honestly, a part of me wonders where we'd be if we still had them in the mix. Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if it was there, but I do know that there was this game got released in other iterations as well, and from what I understand, I don't want to say which is which because I'm gonna be wrong. There are people that will say some versions are better than others. I don't know which one is which, but I do know I played the Game Boy Advance game, and for many people, that is actually one of the worst ones to have played. So my experience with this game was on an inferior port of the game. You haven't changed a bit, my friend? Thank you, Mite. Now you have a way to reach the frontier, Alex, which brings you to the Black Dragon. I've heard rumors that it can be found in the prairie to the south of Timur. So let's go back there and see if anyone can give you some facts. How do you always know so much about everything? It's called being old. You're quite the inquisitive little one, aren't you? Is he just not gonna... are we not gonna have an answer? Alex, I'm gonna stay here and have a chat with Mite. You should head back to Timur and see what you can find out. Pfft, what's there to talk about? I still stink and you still have that ridiculous beard. You're one to talk, old friend. Pulls his beard. The difference between you and me, sir, is that I make facial hair look good. Fucking hell, he's not wrong. Oh, okay. Oh, that was the shoe. Okay, well, now that makes more sense. Wisdom. Wisdom is just another word for I'm old and I got my ass chewed from too much shit. Metaphorically and literally. Can I not? I was gonna say, why can I not get back in here? Kyle's been hitting the glasses. Hey, Alex, got any new... Okay, well, the adults in the room are adulting. Jessica's blamed all... I am blamed off her feet? How'd Kyle manage that? That's a very good question. Welcome back, Alex. We're all ready to leave, but there's a problem. We can't find Nash? I wonder where he went. Did you meet old man Mite? I assume that he is slurring words. Yeah, he didn't exactly have the freshest of personal sense, but he promised to make an airship for us, right, Alex? Well, if it's anything like the one Shira built, we might not want him to keep that promise. He seemed pretty confident with it, that it would work, Jessica. I apologize, Alex. Obviously the hero has returned when he was needed most. So how'd it go with Mite? I'm sorry, but where the hell did you go, though? What the hell? When you left here, you were sulkier than a 3-year-old. But now you're smiling so wide, the top of your head is about to fall off. You're a weirdo. Well, anyway, something's going on in the town square. A man and a woman seem to have been having an extreme disagreement with another man. Alex, I don't know if we should get involved with... with something kinky like that. I had jalapeno poppers and corn for dinner. My ass is definitely gonna chew itself later. Oh no. No. Oh shit, hold up. Speaking of some kinky shit. No, your crime deserves only a painful death. It is the law of the prairie. Please? Alex, they're hanging that poor man. Holy shit! He probably deserved it. Fuck that old guy. I know what one I want to say. I know which one that it wants me to say. And I also know which one is going to be the funnier way to go. But he's dying, Alex! Rule of 3? Fine. Stop this! Gets in there. Don't really... Look, guys, just... I think it's enough, right? Right, they're still after him. Come back here. Stop! Wait. But it's you.
We are of the Plains tribe. I am Tempest, and this here is Fresca. That snake tried to trick our people into buying fake medicine. He lied to us for the sake of profit. And the law of the prairie states liars must be executed. How dare you interfere?
Holy shit! That's a hell of a thing for... You know, I suddenly regret my hesitation. Yes, the man was wrong. Yes, the man did bad. But execution for lying. You know... I get the idea of getting back and, you know, maybe beating your money out of it. Like, there are things that this could go to where I'm just like, I understand. Hanging the man, though. He forgot the safer. You know, maybe that's what it was. This isn't the prairie. The laws of Timur are different. These people will sell beer to minors and fuck horses in the public street. Understand where you are, sir. And they don't allow you to hang a man until he's been proven guilty of a crime. You fought the Vile tribe at Timur Pass. You know our cause is just. I must know why you took it upon yourself to interfere. Are you not a warrior? I have never met a warrior who permits a liar to go unpunished. I didn't say unpunished. I just said a hanging seems a little excessive. There can only be one explanation. You must be a coward. By all means, carve a chunk out of his ass. I don't care, but like, again, punishment fit crime, please. Alex is no coward. Well then, this is the time to prove he is of the warrior class. A true warrior would never decline a challenge from another warrior. So I challenge you now. Wait, why? We shall quickly learn if you are able to, if you are what you purport to be. If you defeat me, I shall pledge my allegiance to your cause. But if you fall before me, your public humiliation will be known to all, especially that very horny and aroused horse. We will make certain of that. Why specifically the horse? I don't think we can talk our way out of this, Alex. I'm not sure I want to talk my way into this. I must know your name before we begin. I haven't been paying attention to anything your group has been saying because they have announced your name like 3 times and I don't give a fuck. But now that I'm the one calling the shots, it matters to me. Oh man. I'm Alex. Well then, Alex, it's time to... The time is at hand to prove the worth of your way. I expect a hard fight, no less. To arms, then! So, like, I hear you. Like, I do. But, what if I just... I started this fight already beaten down with minimal MP. On your knees, good sir. Your skill is impressive, Alex. It appears you do know the way of a warrior. I apologize for doubting you. Whenever I can be of assistance, I shall gladly lend a hand to your cause. I still can't believe you bested Tempest. I still can't believe he put up fuck all of a fight. It's all right, Fresca. The fight was fair. Yeah, you know, I did kind of summon a dragon, but if we're calling that fair, I'm good. The victory was Alex's. Hardly, Tempest. You're exhausted. You've been riding for 3 days. I just had to climb a tower on my... Well, not on my own, but with only one other person. Fight my way through it. Get my ass back here. I had no MP. I wasn't sitting on my best either. How about you stop making excuses, Fresca? Holy chaps, he's this strong after 3 days and nights of travel? No, have you paid attention to the adventure we've been on? That's incredible. Time to make him submit to the blade of America. Look, when I had him on his knees, I did not imply, but yeah, I didn't mean to I'm digging a hole. Fair enough. Alex, we have come here in search of the singer from our tribe. She has been kidnapped by the Vile tribe 5 moons past. We have been traveling without rest in hopes of finding her kidnappers. We're looking for our friend too. She likes to sing. Her name is Lunar. I honestly feel like that is probably a peak null take right there. I see. It appears our purpose is the same then. Here, Alex, take this with you. Thank you. Tempest, are you? I have already decided it, Fresca. I understand. This amulet was bestowed upon me by the elders of our tribe. It is a symbol of bravery beyond what is normal. I pray that it brings you luck in your search as well. Tempest, it's a raven skull and a couple of beads. I can't possibly accept such an important. Farewell, Alex. We can discuss when next our paths cross. Farewell, warrior Alex. Let me just give you my trash, make up some bullshit, and ride off. Oh, that was intense, Alex. I was a little, anxious during the battle. No, don't make it weird. What did he give you? What is it, Null? This necklace, it kind of looks like a dragon. I thought it looked like a bird, but you know, what do I know? Let me take a look. Don't touch that, Kyle. Your hands are filthy. Null's right. It's some kind of relief carving of a dragon. Well, perhaps that perhaps that warrior of the prairie can help us find the lair of the black dragon. Let's catch up with him, Alex. Tempest said he'll help us. Alright. First things first, let me go pray to the goddess and get myself in a little bit better spot and make sure I heal up there. The man even has pigtails to hold on to as you ram him from behind. And ram you did. Oh no. Oh. Alex, this forest reminds me of the Weird Woods, except it's so quiet. There's no noise at all. Certainly not any music in the background that is rather actually soothing to the ears. No chirping birds, no rustling leaves. Nothing. And I feel another thing here. I don't know if it's magic, but something. Not to be rude, but it doesn't really matter what you feel, unless you feel that you can find another path to Pow? Jess is right. Why are you two letting yourselves get spooked by a bunch of trees? Let's go. Did I stumble upon something where this is now out of order? Because I feel... Wait. Hold on. Pow is not a place I have on my list. Is Pow just the name of the area and I just didn't put two and two together there? Or is Pow a place that I should be worried about going to? Alright, is it the same? Alright, yep. Planet, star, sun, moon. Planet, star, sun, Luna. Alright, I don't remember what was the ideal best way to get out of here, but I just want to make sure that there were no treasure chests in the vicinity that I missed before. And I do believe I took this path the first time. Eterna Forest, the prequel. So that means it is either better or worse, and there is no in-between. Honestly, having a couple of mages on hand is going to make this a lot more willing to get through. Just some big old AoE damage. Also makes me realize that I probably could have dealt with that that treasure chest here when it would have been a little bit easier for me to get through.
Cold of ice.
Alright, wrong path. Not that it matters, I kind of have to fight most things in these areas anyways. Should I have gone up already? I probably should have gone up. Let's go up. Uppies! Oh, I'm sad. Uppies? No! No! The worst part is... it's not the worst part, but another aggravating layer is all of the fights are done. It's literally just me walking through the area just to be punished for that attempt. I realized after I started saying it that I really had to be careful there, because it is certainly far from the worst part to have to just walk back through, but you know.
Check this out.
In the name of the goddess.
I will say, though, the fact that I can just kind of walk right through here is its own kind of aggravation. Why do I feel dumber than I feel like I probably should? Yeah. But there's nothing this way. Where did I dumb? Because I most definitely dumbed. Alright. Last two times, I think I went that way. So now I'm going to go this way again and see, did I miss something here? I very much, in fact, did not miss anything here. Right. Don't go down, go in here. I went through this, and then the other side looked like nothing, but it couldn't have been nothing. Why is this harder the second time? What the hell did I do? I need to get over to the other side. Alright, let's see. And there's no further up that way. Why do I feel so dumb? Whoa! Where did my brain go? Alright, it's gonna be planet, star, sun, moon. Okay. Planet, star, sun, moon. You don't do anything while you're down. The ticking in the background feels very honest to where my brain... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, my brain should have done the thing where it thinks instead of just do, but the brain said, nah, bro, what the hell are you on about? That guy right there. That is where my brain was at. I don't know if you guys saw him all the way to the left there, but that was about right.
Cold device.
All right.
By the power of Athena.
Check this out. Yeah!
In the name of the goddess.
All right, at least we got a couple of people starting to level up here. For all the time it's taking, we're at least getting enough experience for, you know, some sort of a difference to have been made.
Cold device.
If it makes you feel any better, I was confused on where to go from just watching you. It was one of those things where I was just like, there's no way it's going to actually let me do this twice, right? Oh, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. All right, yeah, no, we've already had the conversation there. So talk to you again? Don't you worry about me, Brett. I'll be finished with the airship long before you find your black dragon, I assure you. Come back here when you're ready to fly. I'm ready to... I thought I was ready to fly. Come on, Alex, let's go find the black dragon. Besides, I could really use some fresh air. Wait. No! 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 I thought I was ready to fly. All right. The idea is we have to catch up with that other group then. So I assume they must be down this path somewhere. Yes, all of that making myself look incredibly dumb, and it was for nothing. Although it wasn't the first time in this stream alone where I made myself look incredibly dumb. I return my mind to the first, I don't know, 20 minutes of the stream? Look! Text that I thought I was going to get to read, but I didn't because my brain went ahead of my thumb. I bet the people of Pau cleaned up this area so travelers could camp here. Come on, Kyle, why would they do that? If anyone knows about sleeping outdoors, it's Kyle, so let's take a break. I'm not sure I trust that. No. No? I'm gonna go with my instincts and I'm gonna keep pushing forward. Oh man. 1 second. I can feel it in my gut. The exit is close, but there's nothing here. I mean, I love that you can absolutely tell where it's supposed to be, though. Then again, maybe maybe it's just gas from last night's Fiburrito? I don't know what a Fiburrito is, but apparently that's the surprise. Alright, we saw this chest, which was just another good old healing nut.
By the power of Athena.
Probably should have used that on Nash looking at the HP there.
Fury of the flame.
If we couldn't find the exit in daytime, there's no way we can find it in the dark. Could you yell a little louder? Perhaps the monsters didn't hear you. I love how Nash does. He's supposed to look like angry, but he just looks like he's about to cry. Alex, let's go back to the campsite, please. Nash. No. No, the campsite's a trap. I know it, you know it. Anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together can see that something about this place ain't right, and falling asleep in a place that ain't right just is dumb. Okay, you know, that's actually clever, And honestly, I kind of want to put together a Fiburrito knowing that that's actually clever enough to be good context. A fiber burrito. Therefore, a Fiburrito. He had too much Taco Bell. But like honestly, like a high fiber burrito thing, like I kind of just want to put something like that together just on the context of now I'm hungry and the game has me thinking. You and the game together in combination has me thinking that now.
In the name of the goddess.
God, we're getting so much experience though. 2,000 per battle.
By the power of
That's
Athena.
pretty freaking good. And objectively, the fights aren't crazy hard.
Check this out.
I imagine Alex is... I think everybody else has leveled up since then, so I think Alex is the next closest to a level up. And it feels like I'm probably pretty close there. Okay, not as close as I thought. The numbers get a little crazy. Alright, the herb. Alex can take an herb. Alex can take another herb. Honestly, I don't think we need to worry too much about the rest. I'm sitting on a lot of antidotes, though.
Check this out. Yeah.
You know, honestly, when you break it down, though, like, if I was 24,000 from leveling up, that's probably like, I don't know, off the hand, what, 14 fights away? Since they're not all 2,000 experience per.
Check this out.
Athena, lend me your power.
We're probably going to hit that before I am forced to go back and sleep at the campsite, because the game is going to tell me that this is what you have to do, and stop arguing with things that make sense, Ian.
This out.
The game told you what to do, and you're just dumb and constantly saying, no, I don't wanna.
Athena, lend me your power.
Trimming those bushes.
Blessing of Athena.
Check this out.
Remember, this stream is not sponsored by Manscaped. I have heard some nightmare stories about Manscaped. Primarily in the direction you can probably assume. And yes, it does lead to nicking and bleeding. And the primary thing isn't that Manscaped is a good or bad product there. It's that too many people take the marketing at face value and assume it to mean things that it really doesn't or isn't meant to. That said, Manscaped is also a product that has evolved, I think, several iterations since I have heard about that. Which might be exactly why they have done those updates, and maybe they have fixed those very issues. Alright, realistically, that's probably good enough for me to keep going with what I'm doing here.
Check this.
But yeah, you can imagine the kind of injuries I'm referencing at that.
Fury of the flame. By the power of Athena.
Check this out.
Fury of the flame.
Alright, there we go.
Check this out.
By the power of Athena. Fury of the flame.
Alright, onward to what I know to be a very bad decision. Oh shoot, wait, maybe not. Is this... I thought this was going to cycle back around to the same area again. It might not. I might have more progress. There's a part of me that now just wants to know, can I... Oh, damn. Can I bypass the whole needing to fall asleep here? Because you know that's where it's going. I'm just kind of curious, can I stubborn, angry man my way through this? Honestly, I'm burning through more of these than I thought I would, too. Ouch! I don't want to think about my chicken getting butchered by a lawnmower 3.
Blessing of Althena.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily about the recent ones, but yeah, a lot in the early days there were some nightmare stories, and yeah, nope. Blood is not a doctor approved lubricant.
Check this out.
Althena, lend me your power.
I am getting so many of these, and I feel like the game is trying to tell me it's okay to use these. But
Check this out.
I seem to recall that one of the final dungeon areas is a little sparse on ways for you to sorry about that, to keep your stats well-rounded, you know, your HP, your MP, through the traversal through it. I don't know if I'm remembering that right or wrong, but I do remember that. And going off of... Oh, okay. Can't go that way, can't go that way. Go up a little more.
Check this
So yeah, I'm kind of wanting to save them for that area, because being able to have one of those on hand, when you're talking about a late game party build, you're talking about some of your party is going to have, you know, 300 magic probably. Having to burn through multiple of those little blue orbs, or being able to just pop one of those white ones, is kind of a big difference maker. The Proto Bee Driller back again.
Carry up the flame.
Honestly, you can go through a lot of the monster designs in a lot of RPGs, and I'm not sure. I would want to look up the release timeline windows. I'm not sure if this is before. This has got to be after the first, like, Dragon Quest, but there's a lot of RPG monster elements in design, predominantly within JRPGs. Go figure. I wonder why it's the Japanese RPGs that I'm referencing here. That have a lot that pull from the designs of, like, the Dragon Quest games. Like, Akira Toriyama's artwork for those was so iconic. What do you say, Alex? Are you ready to rest? I know what I need to do, but I don't want to do it. But yeah, there are some, Dragon Quest monsters that come to mind when I think about Beedrill design. I'm not sure if they're in the first Dragon Quest game or not, but, like, still. I've been thinking. I'm convinced that magic is being used to conceal the exit. Between Alex and Kyle, we should have been able to find our way through. You know, honestly, if you're talking about purely just people who should be able to navigate the forest, that makes sense. I agree, there's magic in this forest. The air seems to be thick with it. Yeah, it's almost like it's permeating on an overlay of the screen or something. And on that pleasant note, let's get some sleep and start again tomorrow. Everybody's like, that is a hell of a sleep. I wish I could sleep that fast. Kyle, the blue star looks beautiful tonight, doesn't it? I've been thinking about you and about us. And what I think is we should give it another... Kyle's just fucking out. All right, guys, time for sleep. Bam! Fucking gone. Kyle? Just my luck you drop off to sleep before I get the words right in my head. Rest well, my ignorant knight. God, I love their dynamic.
Alex!
This game's out here just like, but Alex and Luna, such a great couple. And I'm just like, I fucking love these other two. No, you can't never have enough fish. A dream? Who's there? What's wrong, Alex? Alex, what's the matter? No, I'm up. Where? Food. I can see why she relates with Kyle so strongly. Why have you trespassed within the sacred forest of the Prairie Tribe? Identify yourself at once. My name is Alex. My friends and I are looking for a man by the name of Tempest. Tempest, how dare you use the name of our chief to aid in your deception? Wait, what's that? The necklace you possess is the Black Dragon Pendant, and if our leader entrusted you with it, then he obviously considers you his friends, which makes you friends of the entire Prairie Tribe. Oh my god, we almost fucked up! Kyle is asleep standing up. I don't even know if he was asleep standing. I think he's still asleep right now. I think he just like laid the fuck straight back. Oh man. Please, but yeah, he did just like straight up snap his fingers and his eyes just blitzed. Please allow us to escort you to our village. Jeez. Oh yeah, no, now he's up. Jeez, and just when I was looking forward to a good fight. He was... Weren't you sleeping? Not at all, just trying to surprise them. I'm really not as ignorant as you think I am, Jess. Wait. No. One more. Another one. Get up, Furball. Please follow us, everyone. The exit is quite near. Yeah, I wonder where it could possibly be. God, I fought so many enemies. The green hair... Okay, wait. The green-haired guy looks like the one who was making the glue earlier. You know, he kind of does, but, like, we only saw the other guy from the back, so... Just... I'm hoping he isn't. Hear our words, Spirit of the Forest. Hear the words of the Prairie Tribe. Remove from us that which shields the true path from our sight. Watch him just be like, by the way, you don't need to say any of that. The Bushers are just racist. So that incantation is key to unlocking the exit. You shall not need to call out to the spirits a second time. Once you see the way out, you cannot lose it. Nah, you see, they know that you're cool now. You got the shrub card, and so now you can just come and go whenever. It really do just be like that, and I'm sorry, but you know, the spirits are old and they're kind of set in their ways. Let's follow them just in case they were wrong. Walk on through, and you just hear like slurs slipping by from the trees when the trees are racist against you. Oh man, that would be funny.
Hurry up the flame!
Check
I want this other treasure chest because I am a greedy bastard. I saw something good and I want it. Honestly, everybody else has got to be getting close to the same level as Alex. Like, he's... Oh, that doesn't look pleasant. But let's see how pleasant it actually is. Alright. It shouldn't be... Okay, yeah, it's not going to be on him. Honestly? You know, it doesn't seem to do anything bad. It's just an intimidating looking shield. There actually was a Johnny Ethko video, if I remember correctly. There was a racist tree in it. See, look, I'm not the only one who knows that the old spirits just, they know what they know, and it's hard to make them change into the new ways. Like the Tunnel of Prejudice. From that one episode of South Park. That's clever. I don't watch South Park, so I didn't know about that joke. If you don't know, I'll share the clip on Discord. Please do. I had no idea about that. Yeah, no, my experience with South Park is incredibly limited.
Check this out.
By the power of Athena.
But like, I actually think that would be a very fitting thing in a lot of fantasy settings. Like you got to think about it, right? Like these spirits in a lot of games are oftentimes like trickster spirits. They're devious. Their honesty is not exactly what they're necessarily known for. Trickery, treachery, like they will haul people off and eat them. Like you get a lot of these stories and a lot of the old fantasy element vibes, right? Do you really think that these things wouldn't be incredibly prejudicial? Like they are above you on the food chain as far as they're concerned. I got a star bracelet. Now that feels possible on somebody else, but probably put it on a magic caster somewhere. I'm sorry. You can equip the photo shoots? I didn't realize that. Oh, is that a new hairpin too? Awesome, we'll do that. Really? It doesn't go for any of them. Nash? Nash has had gear that he could be putting on for so long, and I was just dumb. Holy cow. Anyways, the crystal bracelet is not cubic zirconia. The jeweled bracelet is just a rainbow band, and honestly, that 5 extra point of wisdom would be fucking massive. The heavenly hoop, the star bracelet, fucking 10 more wisdom. Again, in a game where like 1 or 2 kind of matters, like Nash just got a buff.
Check this out.
Fury of the flame.
All right, nothing up here, so let's just cycle it back around. Work our way down the other tendril of the forest.
Check this out.
Blessing of Athena.
Just looked for the video. It was a racist tree and a Christian shrub that sings too. Why is it that those stereotypes kind of line up in the headspace that I am thinking of?
Check this out.
It's kind of weird that actually is making me think, like, you know, I can kind of see it. Just again, like the idea of you have a Christian, the Christian shrub. And of course, then you have the mythos of the burning bush. you guys have a shrine to all thank God. Give me that. Speaking of, does Alex have a way to equip the, does that item mean anything? I guess it probably doesn't. Fair enough. Alright, is there any discerning which of these might sell weapons? Armor doesn't look like a strong yes. So I'm just gonna start breaking into homes and saying, hey, what do you do? How can I buy things? Everyone of the Prairie Tribe is trained from birth to fight, despite their gender. One of our best warriors is Fresca. She's as strong as she is beautiful. I can't disagree with that. I'll always fondly remember when she broke my hand in a sparring match. Hold up, these people are... I am in favor of this. Strong and beautiful, huh? I guess I should be happy with one of the two. Don't worry, Kyle. We'll figure out a way to make you strong. God, yes! I love these people! Alright, nothing going on here. Oh, please wake up, my love. I can't exist without your... Okay. Oh, shit, they mentioned something about medicine. Maybe that's got something to do with what's going on. What's up, old lady? Look, ma'am, I get it, you're a little old, but, you know, when you're working on doing the deed, the joints, they shouldn't be making those noises even at the old age. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. So many sick people in the village and there aren't enough blankets for them all. That's why we're working so fast to make more. I kind of know full well that's what they were implying, but I'm sorry. The opportunity there was too fun not to go with. Everyone in Pau is proud of Fresca and what she's done for our village. Fair enough. Old man, sell me weapons! I want new gear! Is this man feeling alright? I can't really tell. It doesn't look good to me, Mia. Perhaps we should come back and check on him later. The old man doesn't look well. Let's come back and check on him later. Sounds like there's gonna be an empty house later. Never seeing you around these parts. Not liking strangers, never have. Thinking you should be getting out of here. Telling you to hold on. Wondering if you're with the Magic Emperor. Waiting for it. Are you okay, sir? We despise the Magic Emperor and we're fighting against him, not working for him. I don't know what to do. My poor child's fever isn't going down. Let me take a look. Oh, she's burning up. I've never felt a fever so strong, Alex. I don't think this is just a normal illness. Something else is involved. It's COVID! Not again! Alright, so we have two camps that look... Yeah, okay, so that's two huts that look predominantly important. The medicine I made for the village isn't helping anyone, but if you want to buy some anyway, go right ahead. Thank you for having something available. And honestly, that's not a bad lineup of items. I just don't need them right now. I've been trying to develop a more powerful medicine, but progress has been slow. All I keep doing is producing the ever-healing nut! And I don't know how to do anything else but that. This is home of Tempest, our strongest warrior, and the chief of the Prairie Tribe. Tempest is the leader of Pau? He can't be any older than Alex. Yeah, well, sometimes when you are called upon, you do what you need to do. This is the home of the Elder of Pau. Make sure to greet him politely and with respect. Alright, let's stop in to see the Elder first. I would welcome you to our village, but you are unfortunate enough to come at a time of great crisis. The village singer was kidnapped by the Vile tribe, and a terrible disease is spreading amongst us. I suggest you leave before you suffer any misfortune. Don't let them cough on you! Where's Fresca, actually? The disease spreading through our village is being caused by... That's a soda, isn't it? I thought I recognized that word. That's one of those, like, citrusy, it's like a green bottle, right? The disease spreading through our village is being caused by the dark songstress. I'm sure of it. Fresca, my son's bride, is searching for her at this very moment. Tempest. Alex, welcome to Pau, the home of the Prairie Tribe. Well, you're the first person to make us feel welcome. We noticed that the necklace you gave Alex was a carving of the Black Dragon. We're looking for the dragon, and we're wondering if you know where it is. Well, indeed, the Black Dragon Fortress is our sacred ground, and protecting it is the sworn duty of our people. I can't keep something this important to you, Tempest. Giving it back? Alex, I gave you this necklace because I was sick of it and wanted this trash off my hands. Why won't you accept it? We don't mean any disrespect, we just think that you're going to need it more than we do. I will not take back your gift, but I will hold on to it for you. Is that a fair compromise? Anyways, I'm glad you came here, Alex. I enjoy your company, and that of your friends as well. But you should go, for Pau is in the grip of a great evil. It's the voice of the dark songstress, the woman whose voice has unleashed a plague! It can't be. Kyle, oh shit! I don't feel so good. Very funny, Jess. You better get up before I decide to tickle you to death. Jess? That is a very strong portrait for Kyle here. Oh shit, Mia? I'm sorry, Alex. This is just as I feared. Now your friends are afflicted as well. Fresca has been searching for the source of the songs. Once we find it, we'll silence the songstress forever. I found her, Tempest. The songs are coming from inside the Black Dragon Fortress. I knew you'd find her, Fresca. Are you? Fresca, no. We are losing, like, some good people left and right now. She's using Parish Song. Everyone will die in 4 turns. Be strong, Fresca. I shall find the dark songstress and snap her I'm a fighter. I'm a fucking break her neck. Okay, come. Oh, you know. First time we ran into you, your answer was hanging. Second time we run into you, your answer is breaking necks. I'm just saying, I'm sensing a little bit of a pattern here. Tempest, wait up! Tempest is very strong, but not strong enough to defeat the monsters inside the fortress. Please tell the Elder what has happened and help Tempest. Help, my dear. Guys! It's up to us. Team Dick assemble! Alright, let's take a look at what I've got for items. Because that's actually going to be a big deal right now. Right. I think it was this hut? Yes, it was. There we go. Nice and stocked up for whatever problems I am probably going to face. Is this where we're going? I've never seen Tempest look so angry. He would have killed me if I hadn't. Please, step away from the door. No one is allowed inside the shrine, not even prairie dwellers. But didn't you let Tempest and Fresca go inside earlier? You saw that? Well, we saw none of it, but we know full well what happened. Please don't tell the Elder. I would lose my job. I wouldn't just lose my job. I'd lose my life. Holy cow. Well, let me in then. Do you think Tempest will survive inside the fortress? He's our best warrior, but... Buddy, stop being dumb. Let us in. I can't, not without permission from the Elder. I'm sorry. Great. So don't tell the Elder. I'll die if he knows. By the way, the only way I'm going to let you inside is if you tell the Elder. Tempest went to the Black Dragon Fortress by himself? I can't believe he would forsake his duty as chief. I sense enormous magical forces within the fortress. There's no way he can survive. Well, we're his friends, and we'll help him. You let us go inside the fortress. Fine, something about permission being granted. I don't know why it did that in two different dialogue sections within the same thing, but I didn't expect the delay, I'm sorry. We cannot afford to lose Tempest in advance of the battle with the Vile Tribe. He may be reckless, but he is also our finest warrior. The shrine is on the east side. I've already been there. Take care, travelers. Thank you. That was completely unnecessary. This guy could have just... Hey, Pony Boy. The Elder has decreed that you may enter the Black Dragon Fortress. Yes, he did. Why are you here? Anyways, we will meet the big black dragon next time. For right now, I have got to be calling it here. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. This kind of means we're getting pretty close to the end here. Anyways, thank you so much for showing up as always. And I hope you have a good one. Hope to see you next time. As always, bye-bye.